Hey everybody, this is Vermont dog trainer Ian Grant, and today I've got Sapphire with me. She is an 8-month-old Pitbull. She just got here yesterday. So yesterday we just worked on her social skills. She's just an excited gal that we're working on calming down, but today is going to be her first leash lesson. And this is going to kind of run in parallel with the sensitivity video that I've done with dogs in the past that you've seen on YouTube. So I'm going to be doing the same thing with her here. I'm going to be teaching her what this slip lead means to her, what I would like it to mean to me. So we're going to do a little work with her today to teach her what this means. So I'm going to get started, and you'll see I'm not going to be moving too fast. I'm just going to make sure that I just want her to understand that right there, that when she just gets to the end of the leash, I'm just going to take a step back and get rid of that tension on the leash. That is all. So again, she's going to move around. She's going to get to the end of it. Oh, she didn't. That was good. So she proved me wrong. As you can see, she's pointing towards that blue door. That blue door goes back to our daycare room. So she's a little more interested in what's going on down there. So I stop. Do you see where she hits the end of the leash there? So same thing here, there's a little stress on the leash, so I'm just going to take a step, and I just want her to learn that she has to stay with me. That's all. And as you can see right now, she is. So again, I'm just going to wait. This is just a 6-foot slip lead. That's all this is. So if you're doing this with your dog at home, one thing we can do, you see I'm not going to move around too much in the beginning. But here, if your dog's not doing too much, then I'm just going to move. And all you need to do is watch the leash here. This is how we really get started with the dogs that are in for training, and we do this with any tool that we use, teaching them kind of the sensitivity of it. And it also gives us some feedback as to how the dog is too with the leash. So see, she's looking this way. I'm going to step towards the camera just to make sure she feels the leash, and it's just bringing her back to me. So some of you may say, Ian, this is a slow process. Why don't you just take her for a walk and correct her as needed? Because I want to be a little bit more gentle with her, and I want to take my time as well, and really just kind of develop a good relationship with her and get this here, which is her looking up at me. She's a little bit of a scared girl. She's nipped a couple of people, but it's not through aggression. It's just through unsure, not exactly matter of fact like she's going to do harm. So I'm going to stop here. Boom. She feels the leash and she immediately gets rid of that tension. And that's all on her. I didn't do any of that. So I'm going to slowly walk back towards the camera. And as you can see, I'm not worried about what side of the leash she's on or what side of me she's on. I'm more worried about I want her to be near me, in my vicinity. So she's unsure of people. I'm not looking for her to be my best friend right now, but I want her to learn that she can trust me. So I'm going to move a little bit, and now stop. Again, so she felt that on the leash. And when she looks back, as you guys can see, I have very quiet body language here. It's very soft. Every time she looks up at me, I'm going to look back at her with soft eyes. She is not a bad dog by any means, but I also can't be reaching down and just giving her and showering her with affection because it might be too much for her. So we don't have like a really super scared, nervous dog here. We just have this dog that's just like, I'm a little unsure as to what's happening right now. So I've got to respect that with her. So you see, once we start moving in the direction she wants to move in, I can stop. She stopped on her own, which is good. Move a little bit more. So she hits the end of the leash, but not as bad. And we walk back here. And I'm just doing this softly because I just want her to hang with me. So all I'm doing is my thumb goes through the loop of the leash like this. Elbows are in, and I can be very relaxed here. I don't have to be uptight drill sergeant type of thing, military-esque. We're just teaching her what I want out of the tool. And in the beginning, look right here. See how she turns and looks? This is good. See, I like this. And then she's coming towards me. Even better. even better. If I can reach down and give her some affection at some point during this lesson, then that's fantastic. If I can't, that's okay too. So I'm going to start walking since this is the distraction. See, she's stopping, and I'm going to move a little bit. Her tail's tucked. So now we get into this. I've got the brakes on. I can't keep this tension on the leash, so I'm going to step through it just a little bit to get her going. A little bit more. See, she's really got the brakes on now. So if she's not getting through this, I'm going to help coax her. There we go. Because I don't want her to sit there with all this, like, this leash really, really super tight. I can't. Not at all. It's not fair to her to feel that. That's why we start here. And I'm not starting in a room full of dogs where she's going in every different direction. So we're going to do the same thing again. Look how much closer she is to me now. And when I stop, she's getting a little closer to me too. So I'm going to do the same thing here. See, she didn't put her brakes on that time, did she? Nope. And see, this is nice too. This is good. Little sniff, sniff. Awesome. So she's learning. And I'm the one that did the whole intake yesterday too with her owner, so nice. See, she's checking in. So look, see, got to get rid of this. There we go. Good. Good, good. Saying good to her, saying good for the situation. It's all a part of it. So you'll see how she's naturally starting to gravitate in my area. If I stop, she stops and looks at me, which is good. So this is the door. This is... See if I can get her through this again. There we go. See how she's naturally like hanging with me? Look. Haven't said anything to her. She's just understanding what I'm trying to teach her. Almost to the end of the leash. I'm going to throw a curveball here. And walk all the way down. She just hit the end of the leash there. So it just went underneath her leg, so I've got to straighten this out without freaking her out. Just going to be very aware of my body language and what I'm doing with her. See, because in the beginning I've taught her we don't want that straight, tight leash. Then she starts to follow and understand, I should probably hang with this guy. See how quickly she's starting to stop? And this is, what, 6 minutes in? So right here, just kind of wait for her for that littlest distraction, and I just want to turn and start walking gently. We've got to be able to teach the dog the leash. This is why these flat collars, these dogs are pulling on these flat collars all the time. They were never told or taught what that means to a dog. How many times have we put a flat collar onto a dog and not taught the dog what this means? We put the collar on the dog for identification, for tags, to hook a leash onto, and then that dog pulls and pulls and pulls, and now we have a flat collar that the dog has learned to pull against. So this is all a part of teaching the tool to the dog. So now I'm going to start walking and then immediately turning back, because in the beginning I just stopped, let her get to the end of the leash. So now we're going to get going, and if she gets a little bit ahead of me, I'm just going to turn back. And we're going to do this a few times because I want to teach her a little bit of a pattern of what I'm expecting of her. And you will see that she will start to understand the pattern that I'm giving her, and she'll know what to expect from me. And I'm going to go to the same spot every time. See, she's already looking. If you watch, the next time I walk towards there, her head's kind of looking towards me a couple of times, like, when are you going to turn? See, it's starting to get easier and easier. I'm showing a dog a pattern. We barely know each other, and I'm showing a dog a pattern. Being respectful to the dog. But at the same time, I'm teaching her what this means around her neck. Really, literally. Doesn't matter if it's a flat collar or whatever tool. And this is just her learning curve too. I could call her before I turned and it's going to help, but I want her to learn what this means. And we just kind of repeat this. But you can see how gentle this is. That was better. That was better. And I turned away from her that time too, which could be clearer to her. So we'll try it again. See, the leash barely even gets to that point where it gets straight. See, it's like she just keeps turning. So this is all a part of teaching her what I want out of this. I'm just waiting for that moment where I can do this and I can turn and she's coming with me. Ooh, that was better. That was probably her best one yet. So again, it's teaching a pattern to a dog what to expect. So I'm going to turn to the right now. We're going to turn to the left. Ah, you see this? She's like, I'm starting to understand what this dude wants from me. I just have to follow him and I'm not going to feel anything on that leash. Nothing at all. A little distracted right there. Sometimes you take a little step back. That's all. Sometimes you take a step back. And then hopefully that'll make it so we take 2 more forward. Just like that. Just like that. Yeah. Where are you? You being good? Yep. She's still a little unsure, so I'm not going to get into the big praise. I'm going to bring her over to my side. There we go. And turn. Look at this. See? This is her starting to understand what I'm asking of her every single time. Now look who's starting to walk behind me. That one was a little bit more distracted. You guys see? It just doesn't get progressively better. Right? If it's a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being great, it doesn't go 6, the next time 7, the next time 8, the next time 9, the next time 10. It doesn't work that way. You're going to go 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 3, 7, 8, 5. Right? So this is all, you can see how much better she's getting at this. So if I stop, see? So the reason she curves in front of me when I stopped is every time I've stopped, I've turned to the left. She's already thinking, wow, this guy's turning to the left. I'm going to start going in that direction. But because I stopped and didn't do anything, her natural reaction is to keep moving around. And she is a sweet girl too, by the way. Sweet, sweet girl. So look, sometimes with scared or nervous dogs, I'll sometimes start with the leash as affection. See, she's hiding behind me. So this is how unsure she is. Or she's camera shy. So I may start with the leash back here as far as touch is concerned to make sure she's okay with it before my hand. And so she gets used to all this back here. See? So I just changed it on her, and you can see what happened. There we go. So distracted. There we go. I got to give her direction through these scenarios. If she doesn't trust me in a situation like this where it's just the two of us, why would she trust me out there? So, I'm going to kneel down. Oop. And See how she turned her back to me? So this is like a unsure. This isn't like a, I'm perfectly comfortable with you. Not at all. And then I got to make sure, this is avoidance. I got to make sure that, see, sometimes this can be misconstrued as, yeah, I'm comfortable, I'm going to give you my back. Yeah, I can put my hand on her back and she can turn and snap at it. So I'm going to try to get her going in a different direction. So this is a little better, more sideways, right? And we start with super light touch because she's sensitive. I don't think we, myself included, truly know how sensitive dogs are. And look, I'm starting with rubs here, right? More soothing kind of stuff. Okay, so look, this is a little trick of mine. So you get dogs that are a little scared or nervous of you. A lot of times once we start to pet them, they move away when they're ready, right? So I'll change it up. I stop. I'm the one that stops first, and then I create a little distance. Or I try to, right? And then I want them to come back to me. Don't want to put my hand and my arm over her. That's going to be too much. I didn't like that position that we were in just then. See, so watch. I'm dropping the leash. See what happens? Look, now we're face on. You see? So that scared or nervous dog. So the paw's up. I'm very well aware of it. She's unsure. But I'm going to finish first. I want to create that drive for her to be with me and to let her know that I'm okay to be around. Look, now she comes up underneath my hand. Look. You see this? This is why I love working with these types of dogs. Look, I'm going to finish before she moves away. See? Now look. And look at these legs. She's like still unsure, leaning in. All a part of understanding her sensitivity. Yep. And look, I'll stop again. See? She's like, I need to be up against this guy. It's comforting. So then you can get into some massage work. See? So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop early before she has the chance to move away. And then you can see, I'm just going to mosey around. I don't know what she's going to do. She might follow me, she might not. Who knows? But I've given her nothing but respect, kindness, sensitivity, direction, structure, all of it. I've given all of that to her. Give her a chance to sniff around, be a dog. We'll see what happens. Who knows? She may want to go, I think she does want to go in the other room, but we'll see. I feel pretty confident that if I called her over, she'd come here, but I'm just going to see what happens. Now I'm down at her level. See? So because I'm down low, it's different than what was just going on. So this is also new to her. This is why I like doing these videos, you guys, so that you get to see. It's like lesson 1, session 1, what we're exactly doing. It's not always, let's take a dog for a walk as soon as we touch a leash, it's perfect. It doesn't work that way. This is more me experimenting too, at the same time as teaching. And look, don't get me wrong, she's got friends over there that she wants to play with. So, Oh, and she's got some snorts too. I'm not going to do anything quick to try to grab her because that's going to ruin the trust. See, it's interesting though. So when I'm still, not much interest. We'll see what happens when I get to move around. See? See how she gravitates towards the movement? Yeah. So, distracted. That's the word right now. Just distracted. I'm just going to go in and grab the leash. But check out my body language while I do this. While I do this. See, I'm not reaching for her. See, I dropped the leash. There. Plus it was caught underneath her leg. So look how unsure she is. I got to get her back out of this. I got to get her back out of this. I don't want to end the session where she's like, oof, what's going on with this guy again? So I'm going to go back to that pattern that we had. To show her the consistency. So she's aware of it. Nice. That was great. Great check-in. And look. So this is all just, we're just feeling each other out. This is her second day here. Her first leash lesson. And I think she's doing pretty good. I wouldn't expect much else right now. Not at all. She came in this way. This is new to her. We're just going to build on it. See, I love the eye contact. You wait to see this dog in a few days. There we go. There we go. Good. I hope you guys enjoy this. Leave any comments, questions, and I'd be more than happy to answer them for you guys. So have a great day.